Hello and welcome back for another clarinet tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So I'm going to play the last piece in the book. This is called Andantino in A minor by Franz Ludwig Schubert. Super little study this, quite different from the other two studies, not as much technically based, a bit more sort of legato and melodic. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to make this sound really awesome. Here we go. Okay, so you've heard the music now. Let's just say a few words about some of the detail and what you need to do to make this sound really awesome. So this falls into my category of what I would say was a bit like the Garde actually, a more musically based piece rather than technically based. So much more legato playing here, a bit of playing around with the rallentando, the pause and the a tempos, a bit of playing around with the, a bit of an elastic tempo needed here. And some quite nice phrasing detail as well. So I think with this one you've got to be a little bit more musically creative. The other two studies are a bit more technically based. There's lots of detail with the articulation detail in there in both of those other ones. And this one is just so smooth and so creative, isn't it? So much more kind of expressive melody, this one. And you'll notice as you go up to the ral and the a tempo, you've got something to really play around with here. So perhaps just linger on that pause a little bit, think about what you're going to play next, and then be very a tempo with this next bit and a bit more precise. So that's not to say play that section in a completely new tempo, but just I think be really clear that you have sort of done a writ and gone back to a much more precise tempo, just to show that in the exam. And also there are subtle changes in the articulation as well. So bar 9 and 10, kind of legato staccato here in bar 10. So that bar. So just very lightly tongued there, you can hardly hear it. And then as we move through to perhaps bar 15 here. Now that I really like that moment actually. That's quite tricky to make it sound really nice. So it's marked with a crescendo going up the notes, but with a writ, and then bum 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 bum, leading back into the a tempo. I find that pupils, generally speaking, find rits and a tempos quite difficult to feel. I think this is really good practice for that, actually. So I'll just play that one more time. So from 17. So I think it all depends on how strong your internal pulse is and how strong you can really communicate that over to your audience, or your examiner, should I say. And then a bit lower down, 24, we've got another go at that. In fact, let's just talk about that interval. That's quite tricky, isn't it? To go up to that D there, it's not exactly like going up the instrument one by one, but that's quite a leap there, isn't it? Especially as that might be the highest note that you can play around your standard. If you're grade 4-ish sort of standard, that might be it. That might be as high as you can go. And you've got to suddenly get up there from an A. That's quite tricky, I think. So, and then one last go at really getting that tempo really clear. And then there's a crescendo marked here, which sounds a little bit surprising. Perhaps don't overdo that too much, but certainly try and put it in there. So quite different study from the other two studies. I quite like this study. It's much, there's a bit more kind of playing around with this one, a little bit more of an elastic tempo, and you can really bring out the expressive qualities of your playing quite nicely here. So I'm not going to do a metronome kind of play along track with this one because the tempo is just too elastic, and I think if you played it with a metronome it would sound a bit duff, it would sound a bit strange. So I think we'll leave that one for this video. So I think I've said all I want to say on this one. I hope if you are playing this for grade 4, then I hope you get a great mark. Of course, click that like button if you found the video useful, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, bye.